Halal, Yahweh, Kal, Shalom, planet Earth. Today I want to share a dream, prophetic dream that the Most High gave me. And this dream I had about 5.5, maybe 6 years ago. And it was before, COVID, maybe a year or a year and a half before, COVID came on the scene. And recently somebody was saying something about a dream or mentioned something about a dream, and this dream was brought back to my memory, and the Most High put it on my heart to share it. So I don't know why He put it on my heart now to share it, but I believe it's for a reason, and He gave it to me, so obviously it's for a reason, as the Messiah said to His disciples, "What I tell in your ear, shout on the rooftop." He also said when He give us talents that we're supposed to make that talent multiply and not just hide it. So hopefully I'm doing the right thing by sharing this dream as He put it on my heart recently to share. Uh, and after I tell the dream, uh, by the grace of the Most High, I'm gonna try to give you the understanding that He gave me of the dream, the interpretation. Now, as this picture, I looked on the internet, so many pictures. I just try to get a picture that may uh, give you a better vision or understanding of the dream that I had. So in this picture, we see that there's a storm coming. And on this side, you can see how dark the clouds is. And on this side, you can see light. And if you don't know, maybe 2 or 3 miles this way, looking this way, you probably would be still have blue skies and seeing the storm coming. But my dreams starts off like this. I'm sitting on the bed doing something. I don't remember what I was doing, but I look out the window. When I look out the window, I see a storm that's far off. You know how when you see dark clouds in the distance and you know there's a storm coming? That's what I seen. So I knew a storm was coming. So I tucked back and I proceeded to start back doing whatever I was doing. And there was some time has passed. So in my dream, I understood and perceived some time has passed. So I'm thinking, well, this storm either moved closer to us or is on us by now. So I looked back out the window to check on the storm to see how far the storm got. And to my surprise, it looked like it was in the same spot, like it didn't move at all. So I said, oh. I tucked back around, went to doing back what I was doing. And once again, some time passed. And I said, let me look back out the window to check on to see how far the storm had got. Now, some time had thinking the storm is on us by now, or at least a little closer. But when I look out the window again, once again, to my surprise, looked like it hadn't moved nowhere at all. The storm looked like it's still in the same spot. So I go back to doing whatever I was doing. And once again, I look up and the storm is in the same spot. So I go back to do what I was doing again. Sometimes, and when I look up by the fourth time to see what is this storm doing, now this time I'm convinced that this storm, if it moved any, that it's just, because this storm is, the 3 times that I look, out the window. The storm was in the same spot, even though uh, a lot of time has passed by. So by the fourth time, I'm kind of convinced that this storm, if it move any, it's not going to be that far up. But the fourth time, when I look out the window, behold, I'm in the storm. The storm is on. There's lightning raining, wind blowing, and the understanding that the Most High gave me of the dream is we see prophecy unfolding. We see players happening. We see the prices of food rising. We know there's a shortage of food. We know famine on the way. We know there's wars happening and rumors of wars. We see how the weather is going. We know things that got worse than what it was when we was growing up. And as the Messiah said, when you see all these things, uh, it's only the beginning of sorrows, and the end is not yet. And when you see all these things, you know that the time is near. So we know the time is near. We seeing all these things. As is written, no man knows the time or the hour. So the understanding that the Most High gave me was, it's going to take its time. There's some more prophecy that must be unfilled. But at the same time, while it's taking its time, it's going to come on us fast, if that makes sense. Because, you know, a lot of times, because it's taking its time to make it happen before it happened, you can try to make it appear that uh, it's already among us. When it's not, it still got a long ways to go. We still got some prophecies that got to be fulfilled. You know, things got to get much, much worse. Uh, and we know that. But at the same time, we can be like, you know, feel like that it's not coming or that's far off and that we got all the time in the world. So, from my understanding, what the dream was telling me is, yeah, it's taking its time, but before you know it, it's going to be upon us. So, hopefully, you know, the Most High put it on my heart to share this. Uh, and I think it got a lot to do with the time and season that we're in. So hopefully this dream has been a blessing to y'all, and just let y'all know to prepare to continue to look inward and study to show yourself approved. Uh, there's a lot that's going to be thrown at us during these last days. Don't get taken by the winds of doctrines. Make sure you on the right side. And yes, uh, we see the signs. You know we in that season. Um, but nobody knows its time and the hour. And even though it's going to take its time, that before you know it, it's going to be upon us. So we don't want to be like the, the silly versions, the foolish versions that when the Messiah showed up, they weren't prepared. They didn't have their oil. So we don't want to sleep, family. Uh, until then, shalom.